Hello bookworms, my name is Katerina and welcome to my channel. So today is Wednesday and for that reason I'm doing another Top 5 Wednesday. And Top 5 Wednesday was created by Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey and now moderated by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. And I'll leave the link to their channels down below and also to our Goodreads group so you can go check out some topics for the next 2 Wednesdays. And the topic for this Wednesday is summer reads. And I have a little bit of a problem with this because I am more of a, how can I say this? I am more of a winter read person. Like, I read a lot of fantasy and stuff that you think about when it's raining, and I love to read when it's raining, like by a candlelight and stuff like that. So summer reads for me is not a very defined thing. So I'm just gonna say some books that I would like to read this summer and that I will probably only read this summer because I won't have time to do it in the rest of spring. So yeah. So without further ado, this is my Top 5 Wednesday for summer reads. And my number 5, it's City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. And as some of you might remember, I tried to read this for the Tom Topple readathon, but I only read one graphic novel for that readathon, and then I started reading a classic and I lost myself and I could never have read this. So I decided I was going to read this in summer. And why? Because in summer, reading YA fantasy, it's not... I mean, I love my adult fantasy, but sometimes having some YA books in summer to just clear your mind of everything that you have ever done, like for university and for my thesis particularly, and everything like that, I think it will be a great help. And I have an entire series to read. So yeah, I think it will be a nice bet to read YA fantasy thingy in summer. My number 5 is a recent one, that I got because it's not that recent. But yeah, it's Hollow City by Ransom Riggs, and it's the second book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children trilogy. And this is also nice to read in the summer, although it will be nicer to read in October because it has a creepy vibe with all of the pictures of creepy children that are in here. But I'm a horror fan, and I can't live without horror in my life. So why not have a little bit of horror in summer? Like, it doesn't have to be only in Halloween or in autumn and stuff like that. Why not in summer? And I don't really think that I can read this without being in summer because I won't have time for it before. So yeah, I'm planning on reading Hollow City, and I think it will be a nice summer read, bringing a little bit of creepiness into the warmth of summer. So for my number 3, I choose Maggie, and Maggie is a manga series, and I haven't read it yet, and I have all of that Maggie volumes to read, and I won't be able to read it until summer. And the good thing about manga is that it's not as big, well, most of them, as normal books, even little normal books. So the fact is, if you are on a trip, if you go like by plane, by boat, by whatever, and you go to another country or stuff like that, these you can carry like in every bag, and you can take like 2 or 3 and it won't be heavy for you. So I think this is a great bet to read in summer because I'll probably make a trip, and yeah, I don't know, so maybe I will take these with me. And this is a story about Aladdin, I think, and Alibaba and everything like that. So it sounds amazing. It sounds action-packed, and that's nice to read in summer. And also a little bit of fantasy. I can't live without fantasy, so yeah. And I forgot to say, this is by Shinobu Hotaka. I butchered that name, but okay. And for my number 2, I recommend reading The Pillars of the World by Anne Bishop. Because, well, it's fantasy, hello again, but it's adult urban fantasy, and it's about fairies. And I know that summer, it's not the same thing as spring, and spring is when you talk about nature, and fairies are supposed to be mixed in with nature and stuff like that. But why not give it a chance in summer? Like, in summer, you may not have as many flowers as you have in spring, but you have a lot of trees and a lot of leaves and a lot of greenish, bluish stuff. So yeah, it looks like a cool summer read. And yeah, fairies. And why can't fairies be summer fairies? I don't know. Just let's try and give it a chance. Yeah. I am so not good picturing summer reads for me. Oh my god. And for number 1, I choose Outlander. Why? Because I'm making the Outlander series collection in Portuguese because I think the covers are just gorgeous, and I have 4 books in Portuguese, so I'm not going to buy the rest in English. And yeah, I'm just waiting, and each year they are launching a new book, and this year they will be launching Fiery Cross, I think this is the name, which is the 5th book in the Outlander series. So I will be reading it when it comes out, which is probably July. So yeah, it's a summer read. And I know that I read the 4th Outlander book between July and September, so it's a summer read for me. And I always read Outlander in summer, and I always watch like the series on spring, summerish thingy. So I'm used to Outlander in this warmth kind of thingy. So yeah, that is my first one. Yeah. So I hope you guys like this video. If you like it, leave a like or subscribe and share with me what are your summer read types that you want to read, and if you're like me and can't stop reading fantasy and darkish stuff on summer, or if you like to read other types of books in summer. And yeah guys, I will see you next time. Bye!